there, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to another RebelScum.com video review. And today we are reviewing the new Star Wars Black Series comic pack, Mara Jade from Dark Forces Rising, the second book from the original Thrawn trilogy. Some say the best sequel trilogy to the original trilogy, and hey, if that's your favorite, there is nothing wrong with that. It is a fantastic trilogy. Now, of course, they could have put just about any appearance of Mara Jade on here. They could have done Heir to the Empire. They could have done Last Command. They could have done the book, Mara Jade. But it only makes sense that they went with Dark Forces Rising because they already, in the first set of figures, did a comic pack Luke from Heir to the Empire that came with an Isla Mari. So hopefully the next one, the Last Command figure, will be Talon Card, because we are getting a 4-pack including Joruus C'baoth, Luke Skywalker, Mara Jade again, and Luke, the clone of Luke Skywalker, cloned from the leftover hand from Empire Strikes Back into Luke, which was in the vaults of Mount Tantiss. Yes, that same Mount Tantiss that's in the Bad Batch series currently. I wonder if they'll do any other tie-in like that. I wonder if they'll bring Joruus C'baoth back. I wonder if he's part of that underground vault experiment thing that's happening on Mount Tantiss. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out by the end of Season 3 of the Bad Batch. But for more information on that, well, we're going to have to watch Season 3 of the Bad Batch. Anyway, I'm excited for that 4-pack, but I still want to see at least one more single figure release so we can have an Heir to the Empire, Dark Forces Rising, and Last Command figure side by side, or at least have these, book stylized boxes side by side, because I think that would look really cool to have all three next to each other. Anyway, talking about the packaging, here is the Mara Jade packaging. You've got that awesome Dark Force Rising inspired artwork on the front. On the inner panel, we get more artwork, a brief description, an image of the figure, because this was still part of that windowless packaging run that was the dark times. We'll just say the dark times. You got that comic book panel artwork along the edges of the box. On the back, you got an image of the figure with the accessories, as well as more comic book panel art. And that's pretty much it for the packaging. And here is Mara Jade out of the box, and she's looking really, really awesome. I have been looking forward to a 6-inch scale Mara Jade since Black Series started, because if you recall, in what's now phase 1 of the Black Series, back then it was just the Black Series, in the 3/3 scale portion of the line where the figures were released on cardback, there was a Mara Jade figure release. So we got her real early on into the Black Series line in 3/3 scale at a time where there were some figures that might have been re-released from the vintage collection, or figures that were later now re-released into the vintage collection from that. Mara Jade is still a character who has since not been released into the vintage collection line since her release in 3/3 phase 1 of Black Series. And it took a really, really long time, 10 years in fact, for her to get her very first 6-inch scale release in the Black Series line, and I'm so glad we got her. She was definitely worth the wait. This is a fantastic sculpt. They absolutely nailed it. Fully articulated. Head is on a ball joint. Fully articulated shoulders. No inner socket shoulder joints, just the regular full shoulder articulation there. Single jointed elbows, wrist joints, waist, ab crunch in addition to waist, hips, upper thigh, double jointed knees, and ankle joints as well. She has her gloves as depicted in the comic book adaptation of the Heir to the Empire trilogy, and then later on, of course, used on various book arts and things, including the Mara Jade book, which was really cool. And then, of course, there's also Choices of One, which was also written by Timothy Zahn, who originally created this character for Star Wars. And then one of the better books to look at is called Sacrifice. It's part of that new Jedi Order set of books that are also Legends. Aside from her detail just looking really good, talking more about character details that made it onto the figure, I love how we have her little hood here with her little goggles, which is something that shows up in a lot of Mara Jade depictions. We've got the belt with her holdout blaster here, which is a DL-44 blaster pistol, just no scope on it. So I really like that. You can have that in her holster. You can have her wield it in her hand like so. And of course also have her wielding her lightsaber here. So she does come with her signature purple lightsaber, which she doesn't have until after she, I think, makes her own lightsaber for the first time. That's when it becomes purple, because before she gets this lightsaber, a lot of people forget because she's so often depicted with it. For a little while there, in, I want to say, Heir to the Empire and Dark Force Rising, when she has Luke in her custody, she's using Luke's signature green lightsaber here because she's holding Luke prisoner and using his weapon. And then when she faces off, spoiler alert by the way, when she faces off against Luke with Luke, after the last command at the end of the book, Luke gifts her the Chosen One saber that was passed down to him as well, and allows her to use that lightsaber going forward, which was super, super cool. And it would have been cool if she came packaged with that as well, but I'm so happy that she got, you know, the signature Mara Jade purple saber here versus just getting packed with Luke Skywalker's same Chosen One saber that we've gotten several times. I'm so glad Hasbro took the time to actually make her saber. And once again, Hasbro did a fantastic job on this figure. And look at that face sculpt. That face sculpt also just looks really good. They absolutely nailed it. Such a great piece. Also, real quick for comparison, speaking of, here she is next to Luke Skywalker. This is the Jabba's Palace Walmart exclusive Phase 3 Luke that we got years back. One of my favorite examples of Jedi Luke currently. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's review featuring the new Black Series comic pack Mara Jade figure. What did you think of this Mara Jade overall? Do you think there were some other details you would have liked to see with this character? Let me know in the comments down below. What other characters from the classic Thrawn trilogy are you hoping to see in the Black Series at some point in the near future? Me personally, I very, very much want to see Talon Card, and very excited for that upcoming Jorah Sabayoth figure. And since we're getting Jorah Sabayoth, Luke, another release of Luke from that trilogy, as well as another release of Mara Jade in a 4-pack, I still think it's possible for us to get a Talon Card in a last command box. That way we can also finish that 3-box set of having an Heir to the Empire release figure, Dark Force Rising figure, and Last Command figure. I think that would be very cool, and I think Talon Card would be the best fit for that. But I want to hear your suggestions in the comments as well. Stay tuned for more Black Series reviews. Check out some of the other content we've done here on rebelscum.com. We review all kinds of awesome Star Wars toys, collectibles, and more here on Rebel Scum. Like and subscribe and follow us on social media, and check the website daily for daily Star Wars fan content here on rebelscum.com. While we've been around for almost 30 years now, we haven't done any conventions under the Rebel Scum Con name until now. This summer, June 27th through the 30th, will be the first official Rebel Scum Con. So come out to Rebel Scum Con this summer in North Texas and the Dallas area. Go to Rebel Scum Conventions with an S.com. Once again, that's rebelscumconventions.com to book your experience today. If you're looking for some awesome Star Wars toys, collectibles, and merch, however, check out Order 66 Toys, the world's official all-collectible Star Wars toy store. They're located inside Order 66 Multiverse in the Shops at Willow Bend Mall in Plano, Texas. In case you're not local, they go live from their Facebook page every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Time They've been doing this for almost 6 years straight, every single Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Time, and they ship all around the world. Last but not least, check out our free archival website, collectorsoracle.com. I've already got my Mara Jade marked off in my collection there, but in case you're still looking for her, be sure to add her to your want list and share that want list around with your friends, family, and social media so they know what to be on the lookout for you. And the best part is, all of those features within collectorsoracle.com are 100% free for the user. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. May the Force be with all of you, you Rebel Scum.